You are now listening to the Pantherware Sports Podcast. Yes, Anthony F. Pantherware Sports Podcast. Thanks for listening, folks. Thanks for listening. So, according to Woj, Jameer Nelson was traded to the Bulls. Jameer Nelson has also been traded to the Bulls along with Tony Allen and Omer Asik. Rondé Hollis Jefferson will not play tomorrow against the Lakers. Karis LeVert is probable for Friday against the Lakers. Both of them have groin injuries per Reuters. Gronkowski, he's officially cleared for the Super Bowl. Rob Gronkowski, yeah, that's bad news for the Eagles. Rob Gronkowski had a concussion, but he's officially been cleared for the Super Bowl. Chris Paul also has a groin injury, but he plans to play against the Spurs tonight. Cool. Things are happening, folks. Things are happening. The latest news, NBA news, is that LeBron, per Stephen A. Smith, not from LeBron's camp, but from Golden State's camp, that LeBron might go to Golden State if they can clear enough space for him, cap room wise. That's interesting. Golden State, what's that? Oakland? Okay, it's not far from San Fran, the new tech capital. You know, it's kind of far from LA. It's kind of far from San Jose, the original Silicon Valley, where most of the computer companies are, the tech companies. But San Francisco and Mountain View, that area is the new area where most of the relevant tech companies are. Google, along with Facebook and Twitter, is in the San Francisco Valley area / Oakland. So for LeBron to go over there and handle his business, basketball-wise as well as business-wise, wouldn't be too much of a stretch. But I think pride-wise, he wouldn't do it. You know, it's like the guy, okay, I really mean me, who will pick a bum team, you know, on 2K, NBA 2K, and make that team good enough to win. You know, that's an accomplishment. Some people just want rings, so you can say, you know, I'm the world's best. Okay, you're the world's best, but how do you feel about how you got there? You know, some people want just the end product. Some people want the whole process. So if you're a process person, I know I'm in Philly, you trust the process. But if you're a process person, you want to feel good that you made something better. You made something into a championship. Be it teamwork or be it from your skills, putting everybody on your back. That is an accomplishment. That, I think, is how LeBron James is. When he left Cleveland the first time, I believe it was out of frustration because the owner just, he had some people, or did he? He had a center with bad feet. He had substandard shooters. Mo Williams, yeah, undersized. Who else did he have? I thought he had Bubby for some reason. Couple of shooters, streaky shooters, you know, nobody that he can rely on. LeBron James is the kind of person that actually wants to be a team player, but if there's no team, he can't do it. He's used to being part of a high school team that won championships because everybody was good, you know. Just so happens that he physically stood out because he was, you know, just the way it fell. But he was used to being part of a team that did good, and that's what he wanted to do everywhere. And that's why he went to Miami, because in his mind he was still a young guy, and those people over in Miami was young also. Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, relatively young, and he felt like that he could work with them, you know. All of them were good, but none of them were superstars per se. Chris Bosh in Toronto was okay, but he didn't win anything. Dwayne Wade was good in Miami, but he won with Shaquille, which is Shaquille O'Neal, the most dominant basketball player ever. You can't argue with that. So to come three together, and then get Ray Allen. Oh my gosh, a consistent shooter. There you go. Now, what if Ray Allen was in Cleveland? He would have never left Cleveland, Plus, there was other players on the Miami team that was good, that were just steady, good players, And Cleveland, he won in Cleveland that year because he had good players. Those players at that time knew their role, even though he still put them on their back. Because the two guys he got from New York, Shumpert and I forgot the other guy's name. Wow, they weren't reliable. I don't get it. I mean, on paper they're incredible. When they get hot, they don't miss. Highest jumper in NBA, Shumpert. But for some reason, they disappeared. They disappeared. But LeBron still managed to beat Golden State that year. Hardest thing to do in the world is repeat something. He could not repeat it the next year. And it got worse when Durant went there. Because, Durant was the same situation. Durant could have stayed in Oklahoma City if they picked up one more person. If he picked up Carmelo Anthony or Paul George, then Durant stayed, they would have won. They would have won the next year. They would have had the missing key. But Durant wanted to win now. That's how some people are. They want the product, they don't want the process. So for LeBron to go to Golden State, I wouldn't be mad, but I'd be disappointed because I thought he's the kind of guy that liked the process, all the accolades and the wins, none of that counts if you don't feel good about how you got there. But if you can say that you tried your best, that's the kind of person that can live with themselves. That's who you want to be. A person that can live with themselves, not what other people think. And that's how I feel about that.